I failed the most important exam in my life, and my life became better. I grew up believing that education was the key to success, to a better life. In China, we have to study hard to get a high grade, so we can go to a top university, find a good job, and become successful. When I checked my grade in the Gaokao, that I knew I could not get into a top university, which I have been preparing for my whole life till that point. So I failed. We see Gaokao as a final goalkeeper between us and success. We pour everything we have into that one shot, hoping to score the winning goal in the game. If we miss, then we're out of the game of life for good. And this puts a lot of psychological pressure on our young people. And it's not just in China. Studies show that in Norway, students who failed the high-stakes exams are 21% more likely to receive psychological diagnosis. And in Japan, among Loninse, students who failed the high-stakes exams and are preparing to retake it, 57.9% of them are considered to have depression, and 19.8% of them have severe depression. All of those negativities are all tied up to the importance we assign to the high-stakes exams. And if we don't succeed in those exams, it feels like the end of the world. But is that really the truth? Now, 9 years later, looking back, my results in the high-stakes exams were not the end of the world. In fact, it unlocked a new path for me. I had my Master of Economics, and now I'm pursuing my MBA. I have worked and studied in 4 countries, traveled to 12 in total. My previous job at a Fortune 500 company gave me the privilege to work with clients from other leading companies. My life turned out to be better than what I had imagined. So, I want to tell you, failure will not ruin our lives unless we allow it to. We're more resilient than what we think. And we have a hidden reset button. Failure can push us to press it. How? For me, first, I have to hit the rock bottom. When I accepted the idea my life is bound to fail, I didn't study anymore. I started to fill my days with fun in university. Back then, I don't really understand what failure truly meant until after graduation, I found myself can hardly find a job that I liked. Doing a job you are not passionate about, feeling like committing chronic suicide. One day, after revising the project proposal again and again, only to be met with a disappointment from my mentor, I finally crashed at work, crying on the rooftop. The tear made me realize I really hated where I was at that point in my life. Once we hit the rock bottom, we really need to receive support from our loved ones to help us reset. I know hitting the rock bottom is hard, but luckily, we don't have to fight alone. We can find the strength in the arms of those who are willing to lift us up. They can help us out. It can be your friends or your family members. We need them to tell us how great we are, to bring the courage back to us so we can move forward. After crying on the rooftop, I started to search online for ways out. I found the opportunity to study in the best university in Malaysia. So I told my families about it. Almost all of them opposed the decision because the huge financial burden would pose on the entire family. Almost all of them, except for my dad. He couldn't know how important study abroad would be to me, his only daughter. He insisted I be given the chance to study abroad. The 47-year-old man who until that point always went along with the family's decision, for the first time in his life, stood against them to support me. That day, my dad brought light back into my life. After that, I quit my job to prepare for my application. The bid was a good try. I got the admission. So, if we think failure is supposed to trap us, then we're trapped. But if we see it as a chance to restart our lives and design our lives however we wish, it will unlock a new path for us. If life is your biggest project, why not design it? I heard this idea from Aisha Bersel in her TED Talk 5 years ago. That is the first time that I know our lives can be designed. It's not a preset path, requires us to get every step right. And as a designer, we are responsible for our own lives. This revolutionized how I think towards my own life. After that, I started to think about what I really want and how to invite into my life. Now, if you're not a good planner like me, instead of making long-term plans, we can design our lives through every opportunity we encounter. Since life is made of one opportunity after another, and we can hold ourselves accountable by trying to seize every opportunity that comes our own way. First, when an opportunity appears, you have to tell whether that is your true calling or not. Author Malcolm Gladwell calculated to be good at one thing requires at least 10,000 hours of dedicated practice. So, to tell your true calling, you can ask yourself, are you willing to invest 10,000 hours in it or not? When I was young, I only learned English through classes in school in preparation for the Gaokao. Back then, I don't really understand how we can use English outside of the class. After I came to Malaysia, I realized English was a gateway to help us bond with friends, and it can unlock a lot of opportunities for us, ranging from joining a debate team to working abroad. Without the ability to communicate in English effectively, many doors would remain closed. After that, I started to listen to podcasts every morning and practice self-talk in English 1 hour every day. And I have been doing that for 4 years. Sticking to one thing never comes so naturally to me. Next, if that is your true calling, you'll face 2 choices, act on it or not act on it. And that decision takes courage. All you need to say is, I want it. 3 words, 7 letters turned out to be the hardest part for me. In the past, I wanted to speak in English, giving a speech in front of people, and run for student council campaign. When opportunity came, my heart was pounding so fast, but fear kept my mouth shut. Those unspoken I wanted made me a bystander of a lot of great things. If you have been there, you will know courage doesn't stay a choice forever. At some point, it becomes an instinct. Something inside you starts to push back. And every time you take a small step forward, it's not just a progress. It's a quiet way of redeeming your past self. And you know only you can do that for yourself. Next, if that is your true calling, you'll face the results. Get it or not get it. I used to believe that success is mostly about our capability. But over time, I realized confidence plays a bigger role. In fact, research showed that self-confidence is a stronger predictor of success than IQ. So, if confidence is what we need in our project, don't forget you are the designer. If you want confidence, then give it to yourself. As you keep showing up, your capability will grow, and each step forward will add to the foundation you are building, reinforce your design. So, at the end, I want to tell you, failure, no matter it is a failure as a high-stakes exam, or getting fired at work, or a rejection that cuts deep, those we once believed would ruin our lives are often nothing more than emotional spirals. the reason why we feel so heart-wrenching, so paralyzing, so dark, is we're hitting the rock bottom. So, congratulations! You are about to find your reset button. So, ask for tips and try a few more steps. You are almost there. To quote from Henry Ford, failure is opportunity to begin again more intelligently. Thank you all.